You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
Saga, the Nightwing. What's up, fellas?
How you doing, man?
Huh? I didn't even know that was you.
Oh, yeah, I was over here.
I still, even when you got up, it took me a minute. It's good to see you, man. I think you're the only guy I've seen from the competition since the competition, because I haven't been out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I've been quarantining my motherfucking self, just trying to stay healthy. I want to ask your opinion on me. How did I judge the battles as far as you're concerned?
The way I see it, man, like, everybody got their opinion, and it's like, you can't really, I don't know how people criticize, like, other people's opinion. It's kind of wild, like, because this whole art is a subjective art. Like, there's no, like, science to it. There's some shit, like, a nigga can say that's just completely wild, and I don't think any of the judges, yourself included, have, like, said anything that's just completely off base, or, I mean.
Now, you're not saying that because I still got to judge Saturday, right?
Of course not.
Okay, just checking.
Now, that may or may not change after depending on your verdict.
Because
this may or may not change.
Again, the $25,000 is a lot of money, man. I'm sure you can use it.
Absolutely.
Which probably would be like 12 or 13 after they snatch the taxes from you.
Yeah.
So it ain't really 25. See, a lot of people not really paying attention to that. They're thinking when you win, you're gonna walk away and you're gonna have $25,000. Motherfuckers forget about taxes.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna tell my family, like, oh yeah, the URL still ain't paid me. Like, I don't know what's going on.
It never came through.
Yeah,
It's a nice George you got on, Jay. My friend gave
these?
them to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think of this guy? Does he deserve to be here at Nome?
I've been calling this since the beginning of the tournament. I mean, I had a conversation with everybody. I mean, he was one of my, if not the pick, I had to win. I told him, I said, whoever wins out of that match between him and Sick has the greater chance to take the whole thing home out of everybody in the tournament. I feel like his style, his aura, the way he presents a bar, it's unpredictable. It's something where you have to really pay attention to everything, and it always hits. So I feel like, you know, going into it, he was my pick to win the whole thing. So I feel like tomorrow he'll prove me right.
So he's still your pick to win the whole thing. So evidently you're saying he's going to beat Fonz.
Absolutely. And shouts to Fonz, you know what I mean? But I feel like, I feel like since the tournament, we've kind of seen Fonz peak, and we're seeing the progression of Jay. You know what I'm saying? Like, people had an idea of who he was based on previous battles, but then we're not getting that battle after. Remember, it's like 2 weeks preparation. So like every battle, he's performance, there's an energy to it. He's not just sitting there trying to make you look dumb. If he wants to, he could do that, but if not, he gonna attack. So I feel like there's a level of progression we're seeing, and I feel like with that 25 on the line,
12.
12.
Yeah.
I feel like it really, regardless, you know, you could do 12,
Shout out
bro.
to the IRS, man.
12, listen.
12 is still a lot.
I'll still be fine with 12, you know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like that's really gonna add a new element of hunger there, and yeah, I still see Jay winning.
Now, me right here in front of you, I will tell you to your face, you're better than what I've been seeing.
I got you.
All right, and I think that's what the misconception was a lot of people with how I was feeling about certain shit. I've seen you. I still quote that baby, the car seat shit to people. You know, when I try to mention shit about battle rap, I mentioned that bar. Well, just give me the bar. The car seat. Your father carrying you in a casket, reminiscent of the car.
Yeah, I turned fathers into pallbearers. Yours gonna have you at arm's reach, reflecting on how we used to carry you just like this in a car seat. The scars deep. Yeah.
So it's like, for me, I need, for 25,000, I need that
You need
every
like a whole
bar.
round of them, man.
You know,
those kind of bars though, like, they just happen. I won't say I can't will them to happen, but I am yet to the point where I can will them to happen. At least I believe so. Like, literally, I was leaving a funeral and I was carrying my daughter, and it just reminded me of how the pallbearers was carrying it. I was like, there's a bar right here. Like, there's a bar somewhere right here.
Sometimes life hits you for that bar and it'll be like,
man,
we got one.
Yeah. Now, you ready for Fonz? Because again, one of the other things was the short amount of time that you guys had to prepare. You know, you won the first round or whatever, and then how long was it? Was it 2 weeks? Or
3 weeks for Castro.
3 weeks for Castro.
And then Fonz's side of the bracket actually only had 2 weeks on their second battle. Me, I had 3 weeks, and then I had 2 weeks for Bando, and now 2 weeks for Nome. The advantage I had with Nome is the inspiration. Like I was ready to write as soon as like the battle with Bando was open. So I honestly like,
which is still again 2 weeks.
Yeah. But it really didn't feel like it when I was preparing. Like it felt like a lot longer because of how early I was able to finish my writing process. Like I got like so much inspiration that it was like just flying. Like I wrote like 6 rounds for this battle and just trimmed the fat on them. And like,
people gotta remember, like when it comes to 2 weeks writing, it's not just writing for 2 weeks. You have to feel like some sort of inspiration to even write. So we gotta think about the thought process. And then sometimes a lot of stuff you write, like you said, you're trimming the fat, some stuff just don't make the final cut. So you have to write more than what you need to in order to have a good amount of great material for 3 rounds, you know what I mean? So 2 weeks is cool, but then you realize, okay, out of 2 weeks, you may have 4 or 5 days where your pen is hot. You're just going, and it's like writer's block. You might go through something and it just don't hit that day, you know what I mean? So there's a lot that goes into like that 2 week writing process is a lot, you know what I mean?
I be having to do like a lot of wild shit just to get that flame rekindled, like weird shit. Like I don't smoke weed, I don't drink, so like I don't like, the only way I can like release my endorphins is like random activities like running miles or, you know, saunas, massages, like random things, or just isolation, just sitting at home,
everybody
doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
just listening to white noise and
Me
like
too.
or Epsom salt baths. Like I do shit that like I didn't think that I would have to do in order to like put myself in a mindset that just gets everything rolling like on the page, because the performance part is the easy part. It's the confidence in my writing that this is going to beat whoever I stand in front of if I perform it the way I want to perform. But
can you remember any of the fat that you trimmed off of some of those rounds?
Oh yeah, I mean not off the top of my head, but
okay.
Man, I'll tell you straight up.
I was just curious of what was the throwaways. Yeah. Like, what did you say this ain't gonna work? I'm curious as to what was that.
Rough Draft J is trash. Rough Draft J is so damn trash, man. Like, for Bando, like, there was a whole second round I was gonna have where I was literally just talking to him as a father and like making father-dad jokes about him, and I got to like the second week of prep and I was like, I can't stand in front of this. Like with this shit, I had to trash that whole damn round.
In the third round of Bando, were you? I'm sure you were happy that he choked. Were you concerned at any point during that battle though? Like, oh shit, I didn't do enough.
Yeah, his second round. So the surprise factor, I was anticipating. And my first 2 rounds were meant to like completely snuff him out, like just kill any hope that he has of fucking with me. And the third was meant to just kind of be like the icing on the cake, like just, it wasn't meant to compete.
Nana nana boo boo.
Yeah, like it was meant to just like kind of like a thesis, like just closing statement, like that's it, let's go home. But it wasn't meant to like compete, like, because the first and the second rounds that I wrote were meant to just destroy, like no chance of beating those rounds.
So all you need is 2 rounds to win it.
And then with me going first, I didn't realize that like if he had like a phenomenal second, that the surprise factor would kick in after my 2 strongest rounds. So it was like, while he was going second, once it got to my third, I was like, fuck. And then I just had to stick with it.
I'm not gonna hold you. Just watching the second in the building. Watching the second in the building.
There's your competition right there.
Watching that second in the building, I'm like, yo, Rue is actually. I was nervous. I heard the rounds. I'm like, oh yeah, nah, Jay got this in the pocket. But there's a slight chance that Rue might
I was
get
proud
crazy.
of him because he was pretty much you know, sliding, slipping through the cracks.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'm like, oh, okay,
That
he
boy
came to
that
fucking
boy came back
fight
in the second
today.
round. Boop, boop,
Yeah,
boop, boop. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boys, Jay, come on now with it. Come on
And
with
then
it.
and then he stumbled in the third. Well, choked in the third pretty
Yeah.
much, and pretty much.
You know what's crazy? I heard the
solidified
rest of the third too. He had some great material.
That's what I was hearing from other people too. It was
Yeah.
like he could have won. If he'd
Yeah.
have got that third out, he could have won.
Bro pulled me to the side right after the battle. Was like, yo, Saga, come here this third.
I would have gave it to
know.
him if he would have. If that third round would have, everything would have worked for him. The third round, you wouldn't be standing here right now.
And the only person I could blame
Yeah,
is myself.
that's
like,
a fact.
The way I
For taking
prepared
that third round off
yeah.
too. Yeah. So let me stop this. Thank you very much, brother.
Yeah,
And again, I told you this the first time I ever interviewed you. I was a fan.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm still a fan.
After that Reaper
You know,
shit, yeah.
but the $25,000 thing is like, I was like,
You know, I tried to
wanted
break
more,
down
that's
what
all.
I think you meant by that, and then I'm like, I think I heard an interview with Twerk. And Twerk was like, I wouldn't do the tournament because I mean I get 25 a battle, or something
Right,
like that.
right.
Like I could get that in one battle. I'm like, okay, so if Twerk's getting 25. That must be a $25,000 round rapper. And I'm like, dude, does my sick rounds and my Castro rounds live up to Twerk's rounds? And I'm like, nah, I don't. And I'm like, okay, so I think.
not necessarily
that's what
up
I'm
to
thinking.
twerk. See, I know you guys. I've seen you battle before. You understand? So it's like, I was basing that a lot off of that. Oh, these guys are better than this, man.
Oh, so just like where you've seen me before, you feel like I haven't.
Right. I'm like, if he was this good for the $30 that they paid him to battle Reaper, there's $25,000 on the line now. So you mean to tell me I can't get that? Even though you fucked up with Reaper too. But again, it's your material that is like phenomenal when you on your shit.
Garbage line. is
So-
just-
You know, I've heard a lot from people that like it's a confidence thing too. Like with Reaper, I really felt like Reaper wasn't on my level. So
You'll lose
it
every
made the
time fucking
material-
around like that.
Yeah, like the preparation fucked me up. But like a lot of people feel like people that know me at least, they feel like when I know my opponent isn't on my level, the way I write is just way different. The way I write is much better than when I write for someone and I feel the pressure, like to perform. And it's like, I think with this battle, we might get a little bit of best of both worlds with the effort and with the creativity.
I hope so, man. Because again, no matter what happens, you win or lose Saturday, this is still a great look for you. You know what I mean? Like, people know who you are that didn't know who you are, who you were. So, all right, thank you for your time. And what was your name?
I'm just a bad boy. You know what I'm saying?
Bad
I'm
boy.
just
You ain't
here
no
to
damn
help out.
bad boy.
I'm a bad boy, man. I'm just here to help out. I'm actually with staff. So if you need anything, just let me know.
All right, I'm out.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!